Hi everyone, and welcome to our channel Rack to Run, where we discuss with industry leaders issues around AI infrastructure and data centers. And joining us today is Joe Pace, CEO of NTT Global Data Centers. So Joe, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you, Juan Pedro. It's a pleasure to be here. I appreciate the invitation.
No problem, thank you. Joe, how is NTT Data adapting its data center strategy in order to meet the growing demands from AI workloads?
Well, we're taking a multi-pronged approach to it. First, we are working on global expansion. We've acquired land in 7 markets like Tochigi, Frankfurt, Osaka, Phoenix, Milan, and we're growing our global footprint. And that land alone is over a gigawatt worth of expansion capacity. Second, we're trying to optimize our infrastructure to be AI ready. And that comes with starting with a design that is ready for AI and can be adapted flexibly to the needs of our customers. We have an awesome engineering team that works very closely with our customers, so we can take their particular architected solution and put it in our data halls. And the data center is ready to accept that at certain design points along the way to ensure we can meet our customers' move-in dates. And third is to do it all sustainably, right? We've got a net zero commitment by 2040, and we're working very hard in both our design teams and our energy procurement teams to bring the most sustainable data center design possible.
And Joe, is the company focusing more on building new AI-ready data centers or upgrading existing sites to handle these workloads?
We're trying to do both. We try to stay ahead of our clients to where they need to be. So we're always consistently optimizing our current legacy sites where we can and where it makes sense. That said, it's always easier to do AI-ready greenfield, and that goes and dovetail into our global expansion strategy. So we're doing both here at NTT.
Great. And what are the biggest challenges in terms of power supply and energy efficiency when designing AI-focused data centers?
Well, the first issue, and I'm sure you hear it all the time, is grid capacity and infrastructure. The items, the transformers are very long lead. There are regulatory delays. There's just so many people in line for power today. And the reason is because our clients are now using chips and servers that are consuming so much more power than to begin with. Second is now to try and design it efficiently so you don't have to use as much power. And at NTT, we have a saying that I love: the best kilowatt hour is the one we don't use. And so we develop these solutions to try and use as little power as possible based on our clients' needs, whether it's liquid cooled, liquid immersion, a hybrid of air and liquid, but we're always trying to minimize the amount of kilowatt hours we're using to put that back into the grid.
Yeah, okay. So the next question is related to what you have just said. So many people are saying that cooling is becoming the hardest part of AI infrastructure. What new cooling solution is the company exploring or redeploying right now?
Cooling is very hard. And one of the things about NTT is we have a lot of experience in it. So we've learned a lot of our lessons the hard way. We've had liquid immersion cooling in India, Mumbai, 12 megawatts for quite a few years now. And one of the great things about being a global company is the lessons you learn in India, you can bring to Europe and America and Asia Pacific and Japan. So as we learn those lessons, we spread them out globally. So we have liquid immersion in the portfolio. We also have hundreds of megawatts of direct liquid to the chip, where the liquid goes to a copper plate, which is over the chip and cools the chip through thermal reaction. And then finally, we obviously have a hybrid, which is both air cooling and some type of liquid, whether it's radiator or direct liquid to the chip. A lot of it really depends on the client setup and the client needs based on network compute, what workload they're actually using in the data center. That's why it's so important to partner with them to begin with.
And Joe, from your customer's perspective, what are the biggest concerns today when it comes to AI-ready infrastructure?
I think the first thing is scalability. This business has been so interesting in the past couple of years. 1 megawatt was a great deal, then 10 megawatts was a great deal. Now 100 megawatts is a great deal, and you're hearing about 1 gigawatt deals now. 4 orders of magnitudes in less than 5 to 10 years. So I think the first thing they're looking for is that scalability, that runway to expand And that way you can flexibly meet their needs. And then second is performance. You have to say what you do and do what you say, because they have end clients that they're relying on also for that infrastructure to be ready when you say it's going to be. And then third, and most importantly, is that sustainability and energy piece. I can't emphasize it enough. Not only is the power going to be there, but you are a partner to try and minimize environmental impact in as many phases as you can. So I think those three things are what our customers are really honed in on right now.
And Joe, how is the rise of AI changing the way enterprises make decisions about data center services and capacity?
I think that data centers now, enterprises now, are thinking farther ahead than what they used to. They're more thinking about the sites they want to go to. They're more thinking about the capacity they want to take down. And then they're also thinking about future proofing. So they're not only thinking about externally where they need to be, but they're also thinking, hey, internally, where are we going? So what I'm placing in the data centers, product we're going to create is future proof, so I don't end up in a place and 5 years from now find out I have to move to another place. So I think that's the first thing. And you see it in pre-leasing and certain contract terms that they want more flexible, such as ROFOs and reservations. And then I think the other thing is to fit the purpose where they want to be in terms of latency sensitive applications. So I think they're just thinking through things more than they used to in terms of timeline.
And finally, Joe, if we look ahead, what do you see as the most important investment areas for entity data in AI infrastructure, let's say, over the next 3 to 5 years?
Well, I'd say the first thing is for sure our people. There is so much growth in our industry. The war on talent is real. We've got fantastic developers, fantastic engineers, fantastic operators that run the data center. We need to continue to invest in our people, up-level their skills, make sure they're still ready for what the future is ahead, and that they want to continue to grow with our company. The second I get back to is having that global expansion and being relevant globally around the world. Third is to leverage our cooling experience. Like I said, we've made a lot of mistakes and we'll continue to make them as new solutions come out. But you learn from those mistakes and it allows you to be a better partner for your clients. And then lastly, I always get back to the best kilowatt hour is the one we don't use. It's that sustainability mindset that we have to bring into all things, into our day-to-day operations. And it starts with the design of the data center. So when I look at investment areas, people, continued expansion, leveraging our cooling, and then making sure it's sustainable.
Well, that's really interesting, Joe. Thank you very much for your insights and for your time today.
Well, thank you, Juan Pedro. It was a pleasure to be here, and I appreciate the invitation again.
Great. And thank you all for watching, and please stay tuned for more conversations on this critical space.